Okay, welcome back to Retard Sellout New Set Review. On this third episode, because we like milking shit. Actually, we don't like boring our one listener out there in the middle of Nebraska, because it gets really lonely when you're out in the farm, fucking cows in the middle of the night, or is it sheep? What do rednecks do?
Couldn't tell you.
So now we're gonna hit the rulers and their stones. So I guess who do you want to roll first?
Just do an order, I guess.
Okay. We'll hit him last. Well, we'll just go over the rulers first, and then we'll hit him in regard. So first up is Gil El Hamet. That is the ruler, and his J rule side is Ebon Dragon Emperor Gil El Hamet, and his JJ ruler side is Gil El Hamet, he who grasps all. And he is our last ancient magic guy of the. Well, there may be another one in set 4.
There should be a green and a white one, right?
I don't know if I know that. Okay, so he's an emperor. Judgment 0. Play this ability only if there's 7 or more mana counters on him. Energize black-white. He starts with mana 1. Remove a mana counter and produce one of any color for ancient magics. Resonance. Light magic or dark magic stone. Put 1 counter on him. So when he flips, he becomes a 1,000 J Ruler Dragon. Okay, he gets an additional counter. He's got flying, and again, remove for any color, ancient magic. Resonance, light or dark, gets 2 counters. Judgment, remove 20 mana counters from him, and blow everything up that you own, except him. Then he becomes a 2,000 wizard with barrier, swiftness, precision, flying, and first strike. And all the chants in your hand gain ancient magic, and you can cast them all for free. Sounds really good, but we'll get to his flaws and stuff later. His stone, ancient magic stone. It's a shock rock, basically. It comes into play, take 300 if he's not your ruler, or it comes into play tapped. Produces black or white, counts as light and dark, and you can tap it, remove a mana counter from your ruler, and produce one of any color you can use for anything. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, up next, we have Kaguya. Tears of the Moon. Ruler Wizard, blue-green. Judgment, 0. Play this ability only if a treasure item was placed in the field this turn. Energize blue-green, 0. Deal the top card of your deck. If it's a treasure item, put it in your hand. If not, put it back. Only once per turn. Okay, now we get wordy, man. Everybody loves the wordy rulers, right? Kaguya, Millennium Princess. Okay, it's a J Ruler Moon Princess. No attack, no defense. As long as you control 3 or more treasure items, she gains barrier. Okay, now she has 5 additional abilities. Tap 1 treasure item, arrest it. Target J Resonator gains -2, -0 from the turn. Rest 2, recover treasure items. Produce a blue-green. Rest 3, draw a card. Rest 4, return target Resonator owner's hand. Rest 5, she becomes a 15/15 flyer. Okay, her stone. Again, if she's not the ruler, and it comes into play tapped or take 300. Produces blue or green. When it enters your field, with the top 2 cards of your deck, put them back in any order. That is pretty good overall. Problem is, blue-green is not a commonly used combo.
Problem is, it should have been Scry. It should have been, look at the top 2, you can put them on top or bottom in any order.
Yep. Okay, next up is our favorite ruler, because we have 5 of them now. Mr. Gil Lapis, Conqueror of Adrakia. He's a wonder. Judgment, black-red 6. Pay 1 less for each card your opponent has removed from the game. Energize black-red. 0. If target non-magic stone card your opponent controls would be put in the graveyard this turn, remove it from the game instead. Play this ability only during your turn and only once per turn. Okay. So he flips. He becomes 1,000 wonder. And Gil Lapis, Rebel of the Darkest Fires. Ooh. Okay, 0. Put target non-magic stone card from your opponent's removed from game area in the bottom of their deck. If you do, you can gain swiftness, precision, flying, or first strike on turn. You can't do it multiple times. Second ability, which is kind of cool. Pay X. You may play a face-up card with total cost X or less from your opponent's remove area without paying its cost until end of turn. Play this ability only once per turn. Red and black. Put 2 target non-magic stone cards from your opponent's remove area in the bottom of their deck. If you do, destroy target resonator. I mean, overall, he's not awful.
I mean, there has to be a good way to get a lot of cards removed.
Yeah, and then we'll hit that one down with resonators. This stone. Again, if it's not him, take 300 or it's tapped. When it enters the field, remove the top card of your opponent's deck from the game. Next up, Miss Priss. Where'd you go? Okay. So we've got Prissia, the Beastmaster. It's a human/beast. Judgment red-green, energized red-green. Resonance Firestone. Target creature, target resonator gets swiftness. Resonance Windstone. Target resonator gets flying. Flipper, she becomes a 1,000 wanderer. Okay. Now comes the wordy part. When this card enters your field or whenever it attacks, choose one. Put target resonator you control at the bottom of its owner's deck. If you do, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a resonator, put it in your field. Otherwise, put it in your hand. Or, put a magic stone you control in the bottom of its owner's deck. Stone deck, of course. If you do, put the top card of your magic stone deck into the field. Pretty self-explanatory. God's Art. Red-green. Recover this card. J resonators you control gain swiftness flying on the turn. Play this ability only if a fire and wind magic stone are put in the field this turn. So, but with 2 dual stones, that shouldn't be too hard. Okay, her stone, again 300 unless it's her. That's her red-green. When it leaves the field for a non-field zone, draw a card. Not too shabby. Okay, now we have our fun boy, Millium. Successor to the Dragon Crest. He's a human. Judgment, blue, white, 5. You may pay 1 less for its ability for each 4 dragon power counters on him. Energized, blue, white. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice for force, put a dragon power counter on him. Alright, there's my mouthful. Okay, he's a 0/0 on the other side because he sucks. No, he's a dragon. Flying. As he enters your field, force X, where X is the number of dragon power counters on him. This card gets +X counters, where X is the result of all the rolls. When this card enters your field, if there are 40 or more +1 counters on it, destroy all J resonators your opponent controls. His stone, again, 300 listed him, and put a dragon power counter on it. Alright, and that's all those Bahome boys. So now comes the rulers themselves. Good, bad, ugly.
I like Prissia a lot.
Prissy's off the hook.
I think Gil is also pretty good.
For Gil, it just comes down to...
Not red-black Gil.
What do you mean?
The other Gil. Gil Ahmed.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, who do you think is the weakest out of all? Million?
I don't know. Red-black Gil might be the weakest.
Well, alright, I mean, let's just go with the obvious here. I think Alhamet and Prissia, because they're not gimmicky, not really. They're just, hey, she's just resonance. He's just mana.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess if you look at it that way, then Kage is probably the weakest. I think the treasury item is probably the biggest gimmick.
You don't think there's enough solid treasure items to make her work?
Probably not.
I think there's enough to make her work, but to make her work well enough, that's up for debate.
Well, I mean, if you're just talking about generic, then...
Well, I mean, the other 3 are gimmicky. I think the easiest gimmick to work is Gil, because removing cards from the game, he's got a lot of ways to do it.
I mean, if he had a frontside ability like Dark Alice, he would have been really good.
Then he'd be stupid broken, dude.
Once per turn, remove a card from his own graveyard.
No, but why I say it's the easiest, because I could go black, white, red, and I could put Barrier Seal out. And then bam, now we're in business.
Yeah, I mean, Livia's Judgment also.
Right, I'm saying there are ways to speed him up. So he's got help from other sets. But when you're talking treasure items, there have been no treasure items in this cluster so far except for the set. And Force, I just don't think there's enough Force to make him work in a timely enough manner.
Force is too random.
Right. Well, no, I'm talking just on him alone. It doesn't matter if I roll a 1 or a 6. I get his dragon power counters.
Oh, well, it does matter if you roll a 1 or a 6. Like that's reason to not play Force cards.
Well, but I'm saying, looking at him as a ruler, my first concern is, can I get to enough dragon power counters to make it worth playing him? And I don't think there's enough.
Even if you could, if the cards that you're playing to get to that point aren't
right, that's what I'm saying. I think there are enough Force cards to get there, but it's too many of them are subpar that it's not even worth it.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Right, and that's the problem with him. The other thing is Jimmy Crackhorn. Yeah, if the Force cards that were available were better, he might be playable, but he's not. Now, yeah, but I think the Lumia stuff really, you have to go 3 colors with Guild, but I think he's playable. I'm not saying he's gonna be good, but I think there's enough help there to at least make it viable, at least for testing purposes.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun in Limited.
Yeah. Now, Kaguya, I mean, we'll wait and see. I think she's got more potential in Wander, but might be a little slow because you've got all the Grim Cluster treasure items. There's like a dozen there. So she's at least interesting for Wander. Again, you have to sit down and make it work. But Now, Priscia, there's some degenerate crap you can do with her. You can go the beast route with her, or you can try to go straight aggro with her. So she's at least got 2 ways you can go, and that's why I think she's interesting.
It's more than that. You could probably play combo with her.
Oh yeah, depending on the resonators you use. I think but that's why I like her, because she's not. The gimmick of her is in herself. It doesn't rely on all this other crap, mechanics, card types, any of that. And you can go multiple ways with her. That's what I like about her. She has potential. Now, Alhamet, I mean, you can go a couple ways with him too. You could do the control version, where he just sits on his ruler side going, hey, what's up? Or you could try to go big and stupid with him.
I don't think you try to flip him.
Well, no, but people will try. I mean, that's obvious.
I know that.
You point out his biggest flaw, which is?
The Banish? Is that what you're talking about?
When you go to Judgment the second time.
Yeah.
You have to blow up all your stuff as the activation. So you're like, I will Judgment him on his J-Rule side, blow all my stuff up, and then like Black Moonbeam. Now you have fuck all, and you are fucked. Now, had he read when he flips to his big side, then blow everything up.
It would have been fun.
Yeah. But the fact you have to blow everything up to activate him, then I just respond by killing him, which is anything. It could be 2 space times, it could be Moonbeam, it could be my balls in your fucking chin. He's gone. So, but I think his ruler side has got some interesting ways to go. The fact that he can basically tap for any color makes him really good. And
yeah, I think that not trying to flip him, playing some type of creature-heavy white-black deck could be a thing.
So you're thinking, again, you can go a couple ways with them.
Yeah, no, you definitely play different things with them. I just like, they're probably not very good, but I do like the little demons and their interactions.
Right. So for locals, a demon-based deck, black-white around him could be kind of fun.
Yeah, probably a good fun deck.
Yeah. And that's fine, but I'm saying a more competitive level, I think a control version of him could be pretty good.
I think creature version could be good too, because you have a lot of the good.
Well, again, you could also go mid-range control. You know, basically, I'm dropping or a aggro control deck. I drop some little guys and protect them.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can still play creature heavy, but play 5 colors.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I could play. Like in Magic, they called it the PT Junk deck back in the day. There was consistent access to like 3 to 5 colors, and they basically just ran like the best 1 and 2 drops of every color, spells and dudes. So like with him, you could feasibly run. I could run Water Magic, Lightning Strike, Maybe not Heavenly Gust, but or maybe or just just I could run everything that is like one of whatever color in its casting cost. I could run Destructive Assault, Lightning Strike, all those cards. It's like, oh, what is the best removal spell? What's the best destruction spell for that? I could run Space Times. I could run this and that. And with cards like the black white one that gives +5 plus or 5+1 counters or -5/-5, that's right in your color base. I mean,
yeah,
you can do all kinds of stuff with it.
I just like the access to all the ancient magics.
Well, yeah, that as well. I mean, there's a couple of really good ones.
Well, I just think like ancient knowledge is pretty good.
Right. But I'm saying having access to the best spells that are one of a specific color and or one or a color and one give you so many options. You're not restricted since we don't have think about it. Even in Wonder, we don't have access to 8 multicolored stones. They banned Ruler's Memoria. So it's like before it's like, oh, I can have Ruler's Memoria and Moonshade. So I have 8 stones that produce any color. That's kind of what I'm looking at with him.
Yeah.
And I think now whatever that build is, don't know yet, but the potential's there. And that's always what I find exciting about new sets. These rulers are like, what can I do with these guys?
Yeah, he's gonna be fun to build around.
Yeah. I mean, and most of the others I think are pretty, except for Percy. I think they're either gimmicky or pretty.
They could be
corralled.
They could be fun decks. I think that all 3 of them could be fun to play, but
yeah, but we're looking at it more like going to GPs.
Yeah, no, Percy and
Alhamid are probably the only 2 that are gonna. That's serious players. I'm sure they'll all make appearances at GPs, but I don't know if that moves it great.
No, I don't see either of the other or any of the other ones topping anything.
But hey,
I don't know. Someone could come up with some stupid trick.
Yeah, don't speak too loudly. Remember, nobody thought Ascended Rulers were going to make top 8 either, and Allosaurus did, and Alice almost did.
I still don't think the Ascended Allosaurus deck is good.
It was good the one time it had to be.
Yeah, good. It was well positioned against Lumia, but that doesn't make it good on its own.
So you're saying it was the right place, right time for a metagame?
Well, when there was 50 people out of 200 playing Lumia.
48. When a quarter of the field is one of the best matchups for that deck.
Well, even I don't think Fox would be a bad matchup for it either. So like if people had still played Fox, then
right.
So I mean, I don't know. I still don't think it's that good overall. It's not bad. It's just.
I mean, I'm not going to count out Gil yet because if somebody can find a build that removes a lot of cards, then it could become playable. And I think he's got potential. But again, it just comes down to finding the right card combination to make him run like clockwork. And you're not spouting in too much of that. No? Okay. Well, thanks for your input.
I think Percy is going to be fun.
Yeah, I think Percy at worst is the funnest ruler out of all of them. Because Red Green's got all this potential and it hasn't really seemed to stick yet.
I'd like aggro to be playable again. It'd be nice to not have a control format.
And maybe someone will come with a combo.
I don't consider Gwyber aggro, even though it's kind of aggro combo.
Yeah, well, it combos out aggro. So that's what I really like about the black-red card. Was it Wretched Vengeance? Or, right, whatever the hell it was. The black-red. Hey, I'm going to drop all these 1-drops. Okay, kill them all.
Yeah.
The turn 1 Regalia, dude, elf. Next turn, they're like, dude. You're like, kill your board.
That card would have been fantastic if it was an instant.
Oh, yeah, if it was a quick cast, it'd be off the hook. It'd be really, really good. But again, that's why I'm not counting Gil out. Between that card and the Searing and the 3 remove a creature from the game.
The problem is killing the 1-drops after they've been played is a turn too late.
You almost have to play first to get the stone.
Well, not even that. It's just.
Well, no, you don't. You can play second. You
playing against Gwyber, if the 1-drops resolve and they get a Gwyber off of it, all the 1-drops replace themselves. So killing them on your turn is not doing anything.
Right, you like to do it on the.
it doesn't interrupt their play, which is the problem.
Well, no, I'm not saying it's the end all be all card, but at the same time, it at least gives you a running chance.
I don't know. The one drops don't really do too much after their play. They're there to replace themselves and to make Wyvern 1.
Right.
Because you don't want to, like, if they have, like...
But at the same time, it's also bad for you to play it and get 4 1-drops, because they're like, okay, I'll pay 2 drop a drag. So you also got to watch out for that. You know, if I kill 3 or 4 of their little guys, fine, but then they're like, oh, screw you, I'll drop a drag.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
What? Because I think most of those only run 2 drags. Now, if you're really unlucky, they have 1 in hand, and then you just killed a Rock Egg and you get associated with them.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I mean, what do you do, right? Die, motherfucker. I mean, overall, what's your impression of the set?
I don't think it's terrible.
You think? I think it's a solid 3rd set. I mean...
I think there's a lot of stuff that will be fun to play, but I don't think there's too much that will be overly competitive.
So the only ruler you see making definitive end runs is probably Prissy and maybe Alhamet?
Yeah, I could see them topping something, or multiple things.
What about any cards to supplement existing archetypes?
The Dragonoid, the mono white one that heals a ruler.
Yeah, where it's relevant, I think it's good. It definitely gives Zero some, Zero can go all in now.
The myth cards, the myth deck might be a thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, but getting the myths into play is one thing. Using them to your advantage is another. And we'll see how that plays out.
I'm not sold on treasury items.
No, I think it's gimmicky. We'll see. I mean, I think if they give us more treasury items next set, but that's the way Force goes. I mean, look at Inheritance. They gave it to us in set 2, and they only gave us, 3, 4 this set, one of them not relevant?
I don't think any of them are really relevant.
Well, no, I mean, one's completely irrelevant, the Spirit one. It's like, I'm not going to play that freaking deck.
Oh, yeah.
And so we got the 1-drop green guy and the red guy. That was pretty much it, right?
And the black one that gives Imperishable.
But again, that really only goes in the Alhamet deck.
No, I'll give Glorious Imperishable for free.
Yeah, but I can already do that with Regalia, which I'm going to do because Glorious is nice to flip.
Yeah, but you got to think like post-rotation, and do you really want to... Like
I'm talking here and now with the current format with the...
Well, even
Alice
so, like
Galactus.
if I have a Levitine to give her Imperishable, like I want to swing with her that turn. So I flip her, you try to kill her, I don't want to have to sacrifice.
But yeah, but and that's fine, and I understand it, maybe in the sideboard. But right now, all the Inheritance cards, I can hard cast if I want to. With her, I'm never going to cast it. And I know you said before, early I can pitch it and draw a card.
Yeah, early discard, draw a card.
No, and that's fine. But at the same time, I don't know. It eats up slots that are otherwise maybe playable. I don't know. I mean, because I don't even see the green Inheritance guys see, because all they do is draw a card.
The bird, I mean, I probably won't see play, but...
No, it won't see play for one reason. If I'm running Glorious, I can pitch any Inheritance card and draw a card.
It should have gave something +1/+1 flying and draw a card. That would have made it really good.
Or it would have been really good. Well, I mean, a hybrid, +1/+1 flying, or draw a card. Give it some utility.
Well, I mean, I'd rather it do both, but...
Right, but I'm saying either of those would be better than what it is now. Because right now I can pitch any Inheritance card early, draw a card.
Yeah, but, I mean... It gets you more draw, if you want to think of it that way.
Yeah, but... Okay, so now I'm running 36 cards instead of 40. But right now the Glorious deck's kind of hurting for slots. Because there's a lot of stuff you want to run.
Yeah, I mean, I still want to work on Glorious more. I'm actually more interested in Glorious than anything here except for Priscia.
Yeah, I think Priscia's got some potential. We can have some fun with Priscia.
Well, we'll see what we come up with, and
hopefully she's a cheap date and puts out real quick.
Well, hopefully we'll have something good for next week, and then we can do like a deck review on how it plays out.
Yeah. the one that's really going to bug me is the Alhamet because there's just so much you can do with it potentially. You have to narrow down your spell. That to me, it's one of those decks that has a lot of potential, but it's got to be really tight when you're done with it. Where Prissy, I think you've got room to maneuver because there's so many good dudes and spells you put there.
Yeah.
But well, you know what I'm saying. Alhamet, you gotta have because Alhamet is a reactionary deck, being control.
Well, it doesn't have to be though. Is the thing.
Well, I mean, if you go that route, it's a reactionary deck, so you have to have the right spell, right time, that kind of crap. Where Prissy, you're just like drop dude swing, drop dude swing, drop dude swing.
I don't even think you have to do that with Prissy. I think you can easily wait with her to win in one turn.
Yeah, I think we'll see what. But again, you can go different routes with her, but they're all inherently going to be aggro. And I think that's the way to go.
I mean,
initially out the gate.
Like, even though it sounds silly, like red-green control could probably be a thing.
You're talking like mid-range aggro where you drop threats and protect them and get them through.
Not even so much of that. Like you can energize for lightning strike or wall wind.
Yeah.
You have like Sacred Elf.
You got Final Breeze. You've got Twofold Chant. Which in a deck like her, Twofold Chant becomes better because you're going to run a lot of instants. You're like, oh, I'm going to lightning strike you. Like they play a spell you don't want them to have. You're like, I'm going to lightning strike you and then counter your spell.
Yeah. Or even what is it? Rapid Shot.
Rapid Growth. Or yeah, I mean, Rapid Shot.
The new one is called Rapid Shot. Yeah. That could be good. That could be really good because there's no board wipe in red green in that color combination. So like if you get to the long game and hit like turn 5, like that's 1,000 damage.
Yeah.
And you could kill off like, and it's instant. So like if you play against like the Gwyber deck,
and somebody like the new My List could be like a late game finisher.
Oh yeah, even like if you play against Gwyber, like turn 2.
Right.
If you have 2 red green stones, they go 1-drop, make the token, and response kill your 2.
Yeah, and that gives it answers. But now it's got Rapid Shot and Gale Force. Hey, I got answers for your dudes. I can clear your little guys before you drop the Gwyber, and even if you do, I can kill the Gwyber.
Yeah. So you can easily play some type of mid-rangey control, and then like Priscia's Leap for game.
Yeah. Fair enough. When I see a deck like that, I can see the little 1-drop guy just for card filter. Maybe like rewriting laws and that. I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, no. Let's say I'm running Rapid Growth. I wouldn't mind. I'd drop the little 1-drop, little 1/1 bird guy in turn 1 to Rapid Growth its ass.
Probably not. But
yeah, no. But I mean, the point is you've got options at least.
Yeah.
Worst case, I pitch it, I draw a card. Eat me, you know.
Yeah, I mean, she also has the potential to just win on her own on turn 2 or turn 3.
Yeah.
So
we'll see. Anyway, I think that's probably enough discussion on that crack smoking topic. We'll see what people come up with. We'll see what we come up with, and that'll conclude our series on selling out for series. Sorry, we didn't have our obligatory Ask a Scrub segment. Our scrub isn't feeling well this evening, and hopefully he'll be back for our next episode.